Thanks, John, for agreeing to do this for my community at Globotel, and obviously Digital Marketing Dream Team, our Facebook community. For the guys on the call from John's community who I haven't met yet and I'm meeting for the first time, I'm the managing director of a company called Globotel. Globotel, we're resource partners to digital agencies. And so what we try to do at Globotel is support your digital agency by taking away as much of the routine time-based tasks that you have to do in fulfillment, mainly fulfillment, so that you can redirect your time into things like sales and marketing, your own marketing. And I guess the way we try to fit in the market is we try to do as best as we can all the foundation fundamental fulfillment campaign styles of jobs. So we cover SEO, web design, delivery, pay-per-click on search, pay-per-click in social, content creation, social media, put lead funnels together, that kind of stuff. But we do the grunt sit down at the desk, punch out the time sort of work, hopefully leaving you guys to do the stuff that you're genius at, and spend amazing time with your clients. So we don't try to replace that out of the agency. We don't try to do everything. We just try to do the stuff that takes you away from living in your genius. Trying to share something new that we've got coming maybe in the next couple of months. One thing I am working on at the moment is to try to extend that a little bit to help with some of the time-consuming things with your marketing. So I'm looking at ways we can source. It'll start with SEO, but source SEO leads and then have that as a service for you guys. So you can put an order in for 10 or 50 or 100 SEO leads, which we then supply you with, and you can do the sales and close them. And that sort of starts to take away some of the time burdens around that for you. So that's an exciting thing we've got coming up. John and I, the conference John's at the moment, it's a group of business coaches that I was a part of that community, not as a business coach, but as an agency, part of that community for about 2 years. And that's where we basically met. And one of the real interesting things I thought in that community is that there seems to be two types of coaches. And one of the styles of coach, they come have a big event and they report, amazing event. I added so much value to the guys that were there. And I made this many sales. I made 64 sales and it made me $300,000 for the year. And that's one type of business coach. The other type of business coach would have the same event, but they'd report, I made $650,000 for my clients at the event. So they wouldn't count their own sales, they'd count the sales and the sales value of their clients that they made for their clients while at the event. And I'm really, really pleased to say that John was always one of the guys who'd only report client wins, not his own personal wins. And that's why I really wanted to bring him to my community and share some of the insights that he has. I managed to go and attend one of his events, and one of the guys at that event closed $64,000 in sales at the event. So hopefully we're going to get a bit of that today, John, but that's the introduction to John and who he is, and why I'm so impressed and really enjoy having him in my community.
Mate, I really appreciate you doing this. First of all, Globotel is also a company that we use, and we also recommend to all our champions, all the agencies you use. One of the things that I'm a big believer in is that the fastest way to scale is to have your fulfillment taken care of, so you can focus on the most important thing, and that is to start generating your client opportunities so you can actually build. All of us here on this group, and I really appreciate you hopping on, those here that are early and those that are coming on board, and certainly those that are listening to this recording. I'm going to be I'll share my screen here, so you can see my slide deck. I'll get that up there. All right, so today this whole presentation revolves around the concept of the fastest path to agency cash. Now, like Damian said, I run a lot of events and I've been to a lot of events. One of the things that we do with the people we work with is we do these, what we call a one-day intensive. And in a one-day intensive, the idea is just kind of eliminate all the stuff that we have in our way to maximize our opportunity to generate revenue or sales opportunities immediately. Like in some cases, some of you, what I'm hoping for through this presentation, you're going to pick some of these things up that I'm sharing with you. You're going to apply them and hopefully see some immediate results, or at least start to see the opportunity to generate revenue. So this whole idea of the fastest path to agency cash really is to kind of help you to pay attention and focus on probably one of the most significantly important things that you need to do at any level of your business, and that is to be consistent in generating new client opportunities and helping those clients to come aboard and benefit from the results that you deliver in the marketplace. So, saying all of that, our agenda. I want to give you very practical tactics and strategies to help you make sales. I mean, that's my goal. My goal today is to give you stuff that's going to have a direct impact on your sales. Number two, I want to help you personally. I want to answer your questions. The idea is I want to move the needle in the direction that you want to move your business to. So I want to be able to interact. Please switch off any other devices, mobiles, tablets, things that are going to get away unless you're using that device to watch this presentation. But if you can eliminate any distractions, because I'm going to literally go hell for leather and give you everything that I can to help you today to make an impact on your business. That's my goal. Number two, this is interactive training. So I need you to respond to me. When I ask you a question, if you can just quickly respond in the chat so we know that one, I know that you're there. Two, that I can actually help you along the way. This is going to be an interactive, I'm live here, Damian's live here. So, you know, the whole purpose of this is you to take the idea and implement what we talk about, right? And I'm going to show you some stuff on how you can get some help to speed things up along the way. So that being said, I want to find out who's here. So you're either a 1, 2, or 3. So 1, you're just kind of starting up. Number 2, you're a freelancer. You've got 5 to 10 clients you're managing. 3, you're an agency, 10 plus clients. You have a team of people working with you in your marketplace. So if I can have a kind of a quick, are you a 1, 2, or 3? Just so I know, 1, that you're listening. Don Ferguson, you're a number 2, freelancer, awesome. David, 2, Simon, 3, agency, Raymond, 3, 1 for Michael, awesome, thank you. Because what I want to do is kind of apply all the tactical things that I have to share with you here and hopefully make it apply to you. Tim says 2 to 3, depending on a few things. Donald says 1, awesome, welcome. So we've kind of the 2s and the 3s. We've got a few people starting out. We've got a few months. Sorry?
I think Tim might have been putting that back on you, John. I'm a 2 now, but depending on how we go today, I might be a 3.
Absolutely. So lots of 2s, lots of 3s, and we've got a bunch of 1s. So what I will share with you today will have an impact for everybody here. But my goal, like I said today, is to kind of allow you to get out of your own way and open the door, generating you now or in the next 48 hours. My goal is that you want to put cash in bank in the next 48 hours, between now and 48 hours. That's the goal, okay? So that's all good. So thank you for, at least we know who we got here. So there are 5 core functions of your business that you need to think about, right? There's only 5. There's 3 core functions that are directly related to revenue up front. So the first one is you've got to generate qualified leads consistently. So you've got to know who is the best fit for your business, who's going to get the benefit from what you offer in the marketplace, who are the people that are already spending money on what you do. We need to be able to generate and grab the attention of those people so that we can share what we have. The next thing you've got to be great at is you've got to nurture your leads into sales opportunities. One of the things that I find with people, especially in our game, we tend to get leads, or we've scraped leads, or we've tried the whole cold email method. We've got a stack of leads there. We only ever try and connect with them once. The campaign fails, or our response rate is very poor, and then we just leave that list on a pile, right? Let me tell you that if you do acquire any list, you should be nurturing it with your case studies, nurturing it with results, ideas, tactical things that you can add value to them so that ultimately they will pay attention eventually and they'll buy. Just a caveat on the whole lead thing, considering that 1 and 2 are lead orientated. 3% of the market is ready to buy what you have to offer. So they're looking for you, and they're looking for somebody who can solve the problem you're solving, and they want to spend money. About 3% of your lead list will buy pretty much now, right? 7% of your lead list are interested in buying. They want to buy it, but they're just not quite sure how what you do fits with what they've got. They've got questions about what you do. So in the buying zone of any lead list is roughly about 10%. 1 in 10 is in the buying zone, right? 3% buyers, 7%, I'm interested, I want to do something, I just need to know more. 30% of those buyers in your list will take an action within 3 to 6 months if you keep nurturing. So 40% of your list over a 6-month period is a buying zone list if you consistently nurture that list, right? Most people forget their list and forget their leads. A good friend of mine, Andre Chaperon, I don't know if anybody knows who Andre Chaperon is. He's the email marketing guy. He's one of the legends in the email marketing community. I had a conversation with him. I remember this conversation years ago. And he asked me, how often do you email your list? I said, I'll probably go out there once a month, once a quarter with an offer. And he says, well, what would happen if you made an offer every week? Let's give that a try for a couple of weeks. Okay, great. So let's run an offer every week. And we did that for about 4 weeks. And we started, instead of making sales every month and every quarter, we were making sales every week. And then he came to me and says, John, what if we ran an offer every day to your list? And I said, man, that's going to kill my list. That people are going to unsubscribe. It's going to be an absolute mess. And he said, well, we don't have to do the whole list. Let's take a portion of the list and see what happens. So I took a portion of the list and I started emailing an offer every single day. Now, a funny thing happened, 25% of the list unsubscribed, but 75% of the list stayed and they continued to receive my offers. But here's the other strange thing that occurred. We were now making sales every single day because we were offering our services every single day. So remember, people can only buy what you offer. They can only respond to what you offer them, right? If you don't put an offer out in the marketplace, they can't buy it. So one of the things you want to be mindful of is where are we offering, who are we offering, and how are we offering to the market, and what is the feedback from our offers. So generate quality leads, nurture leads into sales opportunities is the second. Number 3, a converting sales process. You need to optimize your ability to help a customer who's interested in what you have to offer, sees the benefit of what you do, and understands that you have a plan for them to follow, to execute, to achieve their objectives, their outcomes, and their result, why it's important for them to achieve the outcomes. So if you understand that you take people through a journey to buy, then you're going to maximize your conversions. So the third core function in your business is converting sales process. So notice the first 3 are directly related to direct impact revenue. Number 4 is you want to deliver outstanding results, because if you deliver outstanding results, you're going to get referrals and you're going to get clients staying longer with you. And the last one is to retain, to resell and upsell your clients into other services. Now, I'm going to talk about the whole upsell thing in just a moment, because it's a cash opportunity for those people who have clients right now where you can be picking up extra revenue from your prospective customer in the marketplace. So those are the 5 core functions. Now, here's the thing. 3 things that you need to focus on to get clients, to get clients to convert. You've got to find qualified prospects. You've got, when I say qualified, who is already spending money on what you sell, who will benefit the most from what you do, who is looking for those types of results, right? We need to make an offer to engage that prospect, and we need to help them become a client. We need to help them to step into you rather than you step into them to help them become a customer. That's the key focus of generating clients quickly. So really important here, right? You have to have a clear offer. You have to be clear about who will benefit the most, and you have to know the outcome or the result that you can deliver. What this does is, if you understand these 3 things, you will have certainty. If you know you've got a great offer, you know that you can get people result, you've got certainty in what you do, that builds confidence in what you deliver into the marketplace. That will help you succeed and grow much faster. Most people are not very clear on their offer, and that's why they struggle, right? You want to be super clear on your offer. I'm going to show you some really cool offers that you can adapt and apply and generate campaigns from. So remember this guy, Gordon Gekko. Now, he had a famous saying, greed is good. He kind of got it wrong. He got it wrong. And in fact, I think in the second movie, he says he got it wrong. But what he should be saying is speed is good. Speed to market, speed of distribution, speed of engagement. The faster you engage your clients, the faster that you interact with them, the faster you generate sales. What most people do is they spend most of their time focusing on everything else other than helping a client buy. And so here's the thing, and I just want to demonstrate what happens when you involve speed in your activity. So speed, remember the mantra, speed, right? Not the drug, the momentum, right? Okay, so results in the last 2 weeks. So this is what happened in the last 2 weeks when we're running fast action campaigns. Simon Cryer, 5 paid strategy sessions, getting people to pay to do a deep dive debrief, not to do the implementation. The implementation costs $30,000 to $70,000 or more if you're working with Simon, but to get somebody to sit down to blueprint and map out a process, 5 to 7K, literally happened within a week. Headley, 2 websites, made an offer to his existing list, picked up 2 deals, a 25K website and a 30K website. Brian Citron, 2 24-month contracts at $48,000 each in 24 hours of an offer for direct offer. David Mott, 40 minutes, $42,000 in 40 minutes in the room live with a PayPal link, buy now, right? And he did a social media post and he had immediate sales happen in 40 minutes. John Blake, $72,000 worth of sales in November for 1 outreach campaign. Brian Lee, 15 appointments and 15K sales in 48 hours. I met Brian at a conference in Chiang Mai, and he literally, I did this training with him. He took the idea and he actually didn't end up attending the conference. I kept on seeing him in the lobby on the phone talking to people from the offers that he made in the room, and he picked up 15K in 48 hours. Tracy Parisi, a 5K strategy session, a 35K client using a really simple 2-step methodology. Casey Eberhardt. Casey Eberhardt did a social media post in the room live with me in Santa Monica, and literally people were going, yes, 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 yes. While we were sitting there, people were just going, yeah, I'm in, I want to buy. I'm in. He did a direct sales offer on a social media post, ended up with $60,000 in 24 hours, which is pretty cool, right? So the idea, the reason I'm sharing this with you is that if you apply yourself, whether you will or you won't get a result, right? The fact is you're looking for the feedback, because when you look at your feedback, then you can make adjustments. And without having that feedback, it's really hard to go out to the market and make that play. Damian, will replay be sent out to attendees? Yes, we will give you the replay. Thank you, Tim. I really appreciate you saying that. So I'm watching the chats as we go along here, Damian. So
do you want me to keep an eye on it, John, and feedback if something comes up?
Yeah, please let me know. Yeah. It all starts with an offer. It always all starts with an offer. I often say to people, I'm using the word often, right? And there's a reason I'm doing that. I ask people, one of the things that I do when I'm talking to agencies and stuff like that, I'm just curious, and I want to know how many clients they acquired over, say, the last month or so. So I'll say, how many clients on average you bring on per month, right? And some people might say 1, some people might say none, one might say 2. Like, you'll get these disparate numbers. And then I'll ask this question. I go, so on average, how many presentations are you doing, like sales presentations you're doing, to generate client opportunities? And this is what I get: 0 or 1 or 2 in the last month. It is impossible for you to grow your business with 0 presentations. It is impossible to grow your business with only 2 sales opportunities. It is impossible to do that. You need to create at least 20 sales opportunities per month, 20 conversations, 1 conversation per day, 1 conversation per day. In a working month, that's 20 working days. If you had 1 conversation that was asking questions, helping people, I'll guarantee you that every single person on this call will make 3 to 5 sales in a month. Now, if you added 3 to 5 new clients in the next 30 days, I'm just guessing that would be a game changer for most people on this call. If you were to add another 3 to 5 clients in revenue to your business in the next 30 days, that would be a financial game changer for your business in the marketplace, right? So it all starts with the offer. And what I want to do is I want to show you little things that you can do very quickly, and things that you can do to take advantage of. In fact, I'm going to share 2 of my best campaigns, right, that absolutely crush it. And I've used these campaigns for the last 20 years, and they work every single time when you massage the message. So you need to be offering often, right? You remember I told you the story? I went from one offer a month, or 1 offer every 90 days, went to 1 week, started making sales every week, went to every day, started making sales every day, right? If you need to be offering. So how do you offer? How do you engage? If you're spending money on advertising, if you're spending time building content, if you're doing webinars, if you're training people, what are you doing to actively engage your market, right? Every single day, every day. It has to be part of your process, right? So next, your list is your business real estate, right? The number one thing that most people forget is, and if I look at a business, to me, there's two assets in the business. There's the existing customer base and the revenue in the business, and then there's the size of the actual list that has been engaged, and then to me, how actively has that list been engaged? If the list has been actively engaged, then that's really valuable. If it's a dormant list, then I know that there's still value in there. I need to reignite that list. But in your business, your lead list, right, is absolutely critical. Now I'm going to show you a whole bunch of ways where you can find a whole bunch of free lists. You can do paid traffic, you can do a whole bunch of stuff. That's not what this training is about, but we can briefly go through the concept. So here the best lists are. Existing customer list is the number one best list that you have. You always have revenue opportunity of your existing customers if you offer the revenue opportunity. Your past customer list, people who've been customers before that you should go back to and who could be customers again. Past customer list is also very valuable. Familiar list, friends, family, associates, colleagues, and alumni. These are your familiar lists. Prospect target market list, the list that you generate or that you're nurturing or that you're developing for your business. Now, if you want to make a lot of money, a strategic alliance list or a channel partner list is probably where, for me, this is where the seven-figure agency strategies start. If I look at Breakthrough, our business, our own agency, outside of Consulting Unleashed, we're in the physical therapy niche. We have 35 channel partners. Those 35 channel partners generate more than $10 million in revenue for us a year. More than $10 million. And they pay for the privilege. They pay us to refer clients to us, which is even really cool. But that's a whole other live training. But strategic alliance, very powerful. It is also one of the fastest ways that you can actually add and build authority and add client opportunities into your business. Social media connections, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and other markets are great lists as well. The campaigns that I'm going to share with you can be delivered in multiple ways. You can either deliver it as an email, you can deliver it as a social media post, you can deliver it as a text message, you can deliver it as a voice drop, you can deliver it as a messenger bot message. You think about all the channels you can use to distribute the offers that I'm going to share with you in just a moment. Right? And when we've got a bit of time while I'm working and interacting with you, I'm going to help you, for those who are here, I'm going to help you craft an offer live, if you let me, right here. So we're going to go, great, what's the market? What's the offer? Here's what I'd like to craft. Campaigns in this live trainings. These are the best lists. There's plenty. These are the free lists, right? The only thing I didn't put here is advertising, paid traffic, right? So campaigns that crush it in the marketplace. This is what we're going to be walking through. I'm going to walk you through some different strategies. We're going to do a little bit of interaction in most. But before I go on, I want you to just type in chat, what's your biggest takeaway so far from what we just shared? What's something that's an aha for you that we've shared so far? If you can just type in the chat, just so I know that you're breathing, that you're still alive, and that you are with me here. What is another thing? Using existing just this, yeah. Number one takeaway, any ahas that you've picked up so far? Focus on sales and your customers, absolutely. Big takeaway for me is making sure that you're making offers. Any of your, yeah, absolutely. More engagement, yes, make the offer. More offers. I never offer ever, which is crazy. I don't know how you grow your business, Tanya, without making offers. Obviously, relying on referrals, you to do a fantastic job. Talk to past people, absolutely. Thank you, Donald. Speed of communication, regular offers makes the difference, yes. Regular offers, yes. It all starts with an offer, yes. Your list is your own asset, absolutely. Absolutely an asset, especially one that is an engaged list. That's a very powerful asset. So let's go into some of our campaigns here. These are called what we call a 9-word email, very, very short. Famous, a great friend, somebody that Damian knows as well, a guy called Dean Jackson, coined this phrase, the 9-word email. A simple email that you send out to people asking a question to see if they're actually interested. You can do this as a text, you can do this as a chatbot, you can do this as an email, you can do this as a messenger, a message in your Facebook post, are you still looking to have more visits to your website? Are you interested in attracting buyers and eliminating tie kickers? Are you still interested in improving traffic to your e-commerce site? Are you still considering implementing SEO? Do you want to turn your tie kickers into buyers? Have you made any progress with your SEO strategy? Are you still interested in using 25% discount we offered? Do you want a bonus? Do you want the bonus that we offered with our set program? Asking a really simple question to your list to get what you're looking for is somebody to go, yeah, I'm interested, or yeah, tell me more, right? That's what you want. What we want is engagement, because the engagement means we're one step closer to the conversation. So one of the simple things you do often, and here's what I've done, is sometimes I've gotten a result. So for example, last week, we have a regular training calls with our consulting champions, and collectively there were about 30 champions on the call at this time, and collectively these 30 champions had banked $278,000 in cash in a week. Collectively, 30 people banked $278,000 cash in that week. They had signed contracts for over $1 million worth of engagement. So the extended revenue is, cash banked is important. Cash to come is something that isn't realized, but over $1 million worth of contracts. And that was just in 1 week. And that blew me away when I asked that question. Was asked, so, what did you bank this week? And what are your contract values this week? And we sort of added them up on the screen and went, holy cow, that's $1 million worth of revenue, annualized revenue. That's like nearly $300,000 of cash banked in just 1 week. So in there, I just went, I literally hopped onto a 7-minute list, and I put in the message, say, hey, would you like to know how 30 consultants banked $300,000 worth of cash and $1 million worth of contracts? If you want to know, just let me know, right? I just shot that out there to about 50 people, right, after actual training. 7 people came back to me and said, yep, I'm interested in that, right? So the 9-word email concept, think about what you offer and think about how you can apply this now. Some of you could even texting this out to people as we actually speak. We had one person doing this live in the room, sending out text messages with their 9-word email to the marketplace, right? So just text messaging is a very powerful way to do this. Some of you might be thinking even to do a Facebook post. Now, here's one thing I'll talk about social media just very briefly. A lot of people in our space tend to hang out in internet marketing lists. One of the things I say to people is stop listening to internet marketers. Now, I'm not saying don't be friends with internet marketers, but internet marketers don't know how to run a business. They don't know anything about running a business. All they know is selling a coaching product or a product for $500 or $997 or $997, and that's it. They don't know how to run businesses. The social media groups that I would encourage everybody on this call to join is look at where you are, what city you're in, what the closest big city is, and look for a business group of that city. So Facebook group, I'm in Melbourne right now. There's Melbourne Entrepreneurs, there's Melbourne Business Group, there's the Melbourne Young Entrepreneurs Group. So business groups, not internet marketing groups. So I'm in those, but I don't listen to those people because they don't know how to run businesses. Got some great friends in that market, but at the end of the day, you want to talk to agents just like yourself, right? What you want to be doing is engaging the market, right? So, so what you do is go on Facebook, business group, city. Join the group. In most cases, these groups are free, they're open. And what I want you to do is start saying hi to people. Don't start, no pitching, no selling. Start saying hi to people, but introduce yourself to the moderator, right? Introduce yourself to the moderator and say, hey, look, I love this group. This is all about business and this is all about sharing. Do you mind if I ever come up with an idea or a tactic or something, can I share it with the group, right? Can I share it with the group? Now, Tanner Oakes, a guy that's in our champions group, took this strategy and posted in a business group in Miami. And he basically said, because Tanner's a really cool Facebook ad guy, he's brilliant at what he does. And this is what I told him to post in the group. He knows that most people struggle to get results with Facebook ads. And Tanner is a great Facebook, is excellent at strategy. He knows how to optimize campaigns really well, super, super smart. But he knows that people struggle with this. So this is the post that he put in the Facebook group of the Miami Business Entrepreneurs Group. He sat there and said, hey, I'm sick and tired of people complaining about their campaigns in Facebook not working. If you think your Facebook campaign sucks right now and you believe that you're paying too much for the leads or not getting enough opportunities, let me have a quick look at it for you. Let me help you and let me have a quick look at it for you, because sometimes a slight adjustment and optimization can make all the difference, save you a ton of money on your ad. So if you're interested, just let me know. I'm more than happy to help. I just want to make sure that people are getting their value from Facebook ads. So if your ads suck right now, let me know. 7 people responded to him immediately and said, yeah, sure, come and check out our Facebook campaigns. So here's the cool thing. 4 of those 7 people decided to invest $5,000 a month in Tanner's management fees and sign up for a 12-month agreement, right? $20,000, right? That happened within a couple of days by just saying, I know it hurts. I know people have this problem. I want to help people to fix this problem. If you want me to just have a look at it, one tweak, one adjustment might make all the difference to your campaign. If you're interested, just DM me, let me know. I'm more than happy to help out. That's what he did to a group. So he wasn't pitching that he was going to sell Facebook ads. He wasn't doing it. He's just saying, hey, I know that you have a problem. I know it sucks. Let's talk about it. Let's see if we can fix it. You know what else sucks in the marketplace if you're in the lead gen space? Leads suck because your clients say, oh, leads you send me suck. And the reason they suck is not because the leads suck, is because their ability to optimize their sales process is what really sucks, right? So instead of saying to people, let's bring you a whole bunch of leads, what if we actually talked about, you know what? What if we turn the tire kickers into sales? What if we could actually convert instead of buy those leads? What if there is another way to get better results, you know, for your campaigning? So these are things. Is if you're making an offer, think about the mindset of the person you're making an offer to and go, what about this idea? What do you think about this idea? So these are simple 9-word emails you can do. You can do them on Facebook, email, you can do them through text message. Text messages have got a 95% response rate, which is incredible, right? Their opens and reads are very high. So text messages work really well, right? Anybody got any questions so far? So I can answer any questions you've got with this. When we do this consistently, we get 45. So, yep, Damian says, when we do this consistently, we get 45% opt-in rates and more than 100 conversions. Yeah, 100 conversations. Mate, that's huge. That's huge, Damian. So,
yeah, we do one of these probably every 3 weeks or so. And email, you know, people talk about an 8% or a 12% open rate, 45%, 50% sometimes, and 100 sales opportunities pretty much.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, we're cool. All right. People are engaged. All right, I'll keep the chat there. So let's go to the next slide. So the spend my money offer. I love this offer. If you're a Globotel client, this is how you can use this offer. This is a great way to use this offer using Globotel services because Damian doesn't realize that he gives away so much free stuff that's so valuable that people can actually use that value and give money away. I know Damian's not giving it away on purpose. He's trying to add value, but here's how you can use this as part of your strategy. So this is a campaign, but we can adapt this, right? So this is one of my favorite campaigns. It works every time. We're about to spend thousands of dollars in advertising, and we thought we'd give it to you instead. That should be you, not yo-yo you. You instead. I'd like to give you $1,000 towards your SEO blueprint. I only have $13,000 to give away. So if you'd like to take advantage of it, make sure you reply to this offer ASAP to claim your cash and get your project started, right? Now, Damian, with your SEO services, you are offering a 30 days for free, yeah? On a new account, right? But here's the cool thing. That 30 days, if I was selling SEO and I was using Globotel's resources, I would sit there and say to the client, you know what, can I give you $2,000 worth of SEO? Or what I'll do is I'd love to give you $2,000 worth of SEO and strategy if you decide to go ahead with the program that we've set out for you in our campaign, right? That's all you want to do, right? I'd like to, we were about to spend a ton of money on advertising promotion. And you know what we thought we'd do? We thought we'd rather give this to you instead, our customers. And in giving this to our customers, right now, so think about it. If you're selling AdWords, then you can plug in SEO. If you're selling SEO, the other way you can do this is one of the things that Globotel does is they provide the ability to do an audit on an account. They'll do an AdWords audit or they'll do a Facebook audit. right? They don't charge you for that audit. But what you should be doing is you should be charging for that audit. And I know some of Globaltel's clients actually do charge for the audit that Globaltel gives away for free, right? So with your client, you can say, you know what, one of the things you want to do is you want to maximize your optimization. The reason why so many campaigns fail is because they haven't been set up properly or optimized correctly. And so what we would do is we would like to give you $1,000 in a Facebook ad audit or an AdWords or a Google ad audit to maximize any conversion opportunities you have. If you're interested in doing the audit, right, and you take advantage of one of our programs or our packages, we would like to give that to you at our cost, right? So it's not costing you $1,000 and you're not even doing the audit. Globaltel is, right? But this is a great way to do an upsell on an existing client using this strategy. So think about who you can send an email like this to, right? And at the end of the day, this is plausible, right? I was going to spend money on ads. You know what? Instead of spending money on ads, I thought I'd give it to you instead, right? So what you want to do is you want to create perceived value and audit. SEO for 30 days free. But then you want to position the price point of it, right? If I was giving away SEO for 30 days for free, that would be a $2,000 management fee that I would give away for 1 month, right, on SEO. So we're willing to invest $2,000 of our money into your SEO for your company if you decide to utilize our services or if you decide to take advantage of the program we've set out for you for lead generation, right? Or because you're an SEO client, one of the things we know that we can speed up the traffic by running direct ad campaigns. And if you want to do that, we'd like to spend $1,000 of our money to actually audit your campaign and maximize the optimization so that you can get a much better result in driving traffic to your business. Right? Now, I know we are recording this and you can all go back and listen to my scripting because I've just scripted 4 different emails for you, right, in the offer, right? So you can work this offer anyway. This is one of my favorite offers. It is a great converter. The key to this offer, it has to be plausible. It has to go to people who kind of know you. You're not going to send it to a cold list because they have no idea why you're giving them $1,000. So this is a list that you already know or knows you in the marketplace. You want to make it time sensitive or quantity sensitive. So, hey, you know, next couple of days, we're going to do this, or we can only do this for 2 people, right? Make it a ridiculous offer, only do it for 2 people. Now, if 5 people respond, then hey, lucky you, right? But you want to create the scarcity in this idea, right? So that's the spend my money offer, right? The next one is the we messed up offer. Now, I love this offer because you can spin it in so many different ways, but I'm going to demonstrate to you in a way where this is a campaign we actually ran for a client. I've run the we've messed up offer, and we mess up a lot, let me tell you, because this campaign is worth tens of millions. Like, I know the campaign in the companies that we've run it have generated hundreds of millions of dollars in sales with the we messed up offer. But if you understand the strategy, right, then what I'm going to do is tailor the strategy on how you can use the we messed up offer to sell marketing services. So this is the photo of a wholesale warehouse right? So we graph of all their, and then we asked the wholesaler to say how much, like how many units, how much the price, and we said to the wholesaler, we want to clear out the entire warehouse. We want to clear out the entire warehouse. So what discount would you give to us off wholesale to clear out the entire warehouse, right? And they said, well, if you want to sell the stock, we'll give you another 22% off the price. Right? So now they're getting a 43% off retail, right? Which is a huge profit margin. They took that 20% and they gave it straight to their client. So the campaign went something like this, right? So think about this. The company, the logistics company we work for, does not own the stock, doesn't even have it in their warehouse. This is a photograph of a supplier's warehouse that they were saying this, and this is the campaign, right? So this is what the campaign looked like. So we messed up. I call it the we fucked up offer, right? So Bob, we messed up big time and we need your help. We mistakenly over-ordered on stock and the supplier won't take it back. So we thought we'd make a ridiculous one-time offer and ask you to take all of it or some of the units off our hands. We want to offer you the overstock and our wholesale rates and offer you free shipping for the product. Thanks for being a great customer. We want to thank you with this gift and with this offer for helping us out of a jam at the same time. Now, I want to just go back to the screen. We cleaned out that warehouse, with that campaign, right? We sold $7 million worth of stock in a week with that campaign, right? Now, here's the cool thing. They were making 15% margin on the wholesale, which is terrible. That's not bad for $7 million, make 50%. Here's where the real money was. For every computer that they sold, because they're a logistics company, they got paid $500 to install every unit. So what they did was they made another $6.5 million on the installations, right? This was a $13 million campaign. We screwed up. Now, they didn't screw up, but here's why. They didn't even have to handle the freight because they organized the deal and said, look, if we're going to clear this out, you've got to help us out. So you have to badge every box with our logistics company badge, so it comes from us, and you do the shipping. You cover the shipping. So rather than shipping it to us, you can ship it direct to the client with a badge. And the company went, great. Now here's the other kicker. Because this was a clearance, the client had to pay for the stock up front, which means that they paid for the stock up front on no credit. So the company got paid immediately. And so the company also gave them another 7% bonus for paying the bill up front before they sent one single computer out of the warehouse, right? So now, how do you apply the We Messed Up offer, right? It's really simple, right? You might have capacity, a space for a project, right? So you might sit and say, hey, we're just about to get into launching a site, working on a site for a client of ours, and they just put us on hold for a month. And what's happened is we've now got our team ready to go, and we've got capacity and space to actually handle another project right now. So if you're interested in getting your project ahead of anybody else's, we would more than be willing to help you with a couple of $1,000s towards your content and design, right, for this perceived value again. We'd like to throw in a couple of $1,000, save a couple of $1,000s on content and design, and we can get your project started now and ahead of the client, right? We messed up. We're about to launch a massive campaign for a client, and the client, for unbeknownst reasons, decided to put a hold on their launch of the campaign. So right now, we've got a whole team of people ready to launch a campaign. Would you like us to launch your campaign for you? We'll throw in $1,000 worth of auditing and optimization to get you started up and running really quickly. Right? So we can use the We Messed Up offer in the digital space by giving plausible reasons as to why we messed up, right? Hey, we've got capacity. We've got the team, it's ready to go. What's happened is we've had clients move their schedules, and it's opened up our schedule right now, and our team is hungry to get their teeth into a project and up and running and getting results for our clients. Do you want to be that client, right? It is a really cool offer. It's a really cool offer. It works really well, but it's one of my favorites. And let me tell you, I cannot tell you how many times I've used this strategy to generate revenue, but it does work really well. But remember, if you're going to do this, it has to be plausible. It has to be plausible, right? And relevant. It has to be relevant. You can't just throw this out there without thinking through why you're doing this, because they're going to ask you questions, right? So you want to make sure this is plausible. So this is a really cool offer, right? So creating fast action campaigns. The offer has to make sense. These two the 9-word emails make sense. Are you interested in getting started? Do you want to get started? The upsell email. Hey, we're about to spend money on advertising. We thought we'd give you $1,000 instead, and we're going to do an audit for you. So normally we charge people $1,000. We're going to give you that audit at our cost, right? Time sensitive. You need to take advantage of this now. We only have, we can only do this in the next 48 hours. We can only do this over the next 5 days. Quantity availability. We can only do this for 2 clients. We can only handle 3 clients right now, right? We can only, so you're creating this availability or this scarcity in this strategy. Incentivize for action. Listen, we've got some capacity, we've got some room. You know what we thought we'd do? We will halve the onboarding cost to get you started and get you up and running now. So if you're ready to go and you want to save a little bit of money to get ready to go, let's halve your onboarding. Now, some of you might be saying, hey, John, we don't charge people for onboarding. You are batshit crazy if you don't charge people for onboarding, because you have this time, strategy, thinking. You should be charging for that. So onboarding a client, if you're charging anywhere between $1,500 to $3,000 a month, your onboarding fee should be anywhere between $1,500 to $3,000 or more to onboard the client, right? So you want to position upfront installment to get things started for your clients. So you can use that as an incentive Say, hey, so now if you're not charging onboarding and you should be charging onboarding and you're not doing it right now, you might say, you know what, normally we charge $5,000 doing onboarding, we'll give it to you at our cost, right? We'll give you onboarding at our cost, so we'll take care of this ourselves, as long as you're interested in getting started now. So you can use this as an incentivized action to get people going, right? So campaign sequence, this is what you've got to do. You want to run a 4-sequence campaign, 4 messages, and here's the cadence of the messages. I would run these messages out every day, at least every day. Every other day would be okay. Once you get into 72 hours, people will forget your emails. I need to see this message on a regular basis, right? You want to make the offer. So here's the offer, here's what we're doing, right? The second one is, I want to make sure you got this. So the subject line should be, I didn't hear back from you, right? If you're going to run the same offer, next day, say from you, right? So if somebody says, John, I didn't hear back from you, I'm going to click that email. So what did you hear back from me about, right? I'm going to click the email, right? If that makes sense, right? Third, would love to know what you thought about this offer. Get some feedback on the offer. You know what? I'd love to know what you thought about this offer, this structure, this strategy. I'd love to know what you thought about that. What you're trying to do is put the offer in front of them more often, right? And the last one is, are you still interested? I've got a few left. I've got 1 space left. I've got, let me know quickly, right? Are you still interested? So the cadence is, we make the offer. The second information is, hey, I didn't hear back from you. The third piece is, love to know what you thought about this offer. The last one is, are you still interested, or are you interested in taking advantage of this? Let me know, right? That's the cadence of communication that you should be running on a campaign. At least four, minimum 4. These 4 things work, right? Now here's the thing. When I say run this communication, I'd be running it on email, text, messenger. I'll be running it on multi-channel. The reason why is because not everybody reads their email in time. People do respond to Messenger bot or Messenger. People do respond to their text messages. They have a look at that, go, oh, what's this about, right? So this is what you want to do. So this is the campaign sequence in this structure, right? So you want to follow up with a phone call. So if you want to double your conversions, a lot of people are scared to do this. So you don't send, you'd send the same sequence out via, yeah, absolutely, Tim. The same sequence out via all channels. Because here's the thing, if I see your message in 3 or 4 different channels, all of a sudden you're in my attention. You're in my attention on my email, you're in my attention in my messenger, you're in my attention. As long as it's relevant to me, I'm going to grab attention. Now, you're not going to bombard me with regular offers, but what you're trying to do, and you can even say this, say, hey, we've even, check your text message if you haven't got a text from us. Check your messenger if you haven't got a messenger for us, right? And on the messenger, check your other channels of messages. We've been trying to reach you with regards to this offer, right? I'd love to know what you think about it, right? So we're creating this sense of, we're creating a spread over multiple pillars of communication, right? Because we are multifaceted human beings and we pay attention to more than one device, right? Okay, so we want to be in the face and the space of our customers in what we do. So,
can I ask a quick question, John?
Yes, Damian, yes.
We talked about speed in sales. I introduced you as a guy who gets people deals in the room while they're in the room. Can I just have a yes, no from everyone as to whether you've sent something to your database yet? Have you sent one piece of gold, yes or no?
A text message.
A text message, an email, anyone came prepared? Just yes, no. Everyone has to put an answer in. Right, back to you, John.
Somebody's sending out a text message right now.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. Who can send a text message right now? Don says, I'm about to. Awesome. Thank you. Laugh out loud. Thought we weren't supposed to be getting distracted. That's not a distraction. That's making money. David said, yeah, he's doing it. Nope, still trying to listen. So much info. Yes, Stefan. Pick up your phone. Send a text to somebody. I would have to dig up the list first. Thanks, Tanya. Okay. Anyway, so even a messenger, even you can hop on Messenger and just go, hey, are you interested in this? Just send it out to a couple, just copy paste, right? And just shoot it out. Okay. So I want to talk about the whole follow-up with the phone call and doubling your conversions business, right? I don't know why people are afraid to pick up the phone. We kind of talk to people all the time in the real world. We talk to our friends and family on the phone. I know why people are afraid is because they feel like they're going to get rejected and they feel like that they're bothering people. But we need to change the frame of references for a moment, because at the end of the day, this is where the money is. You want to, for you to generate sales and revenue, you have to actively engage in a conversation with a human being, right? You can't actively engage. You can do the whole chatty on the text message, but ultimately, if somebody's going to spend thousands of dollars with you, they have to have a conversation. They have to have a conversation with you. So sometimes when I'm sending these types of offers in the marketplace, I'll grab a few people that have opened the email, especially if I'm watching the open rates, opens, and I would just pick up and say, listen, just want to touch base with you. And if you can give me 60 seconds, you can let me know whether or not we should continue the conversation. I just wanted to follow up on the email that you just opened up. Now they'll go, how the hell do you open up my email? Well, because I'm stalking you. I'm watching you, right? I can see that you opened the email, right? But the key thing, David says he posted in Facebook. That's a good one. So interesting to see if we get a response to that, David. So here's the thing. If you follow up people for what you're offering, it gives you an opportunity to have a conversation about the offer. So look, the reason I'm following up is I just want to make sure we sent you the right thing, right? This is what we've been working on, and this is what we're doing. Not sure if it's of interest to you, or do you think like something like that might be useful to you? I'll guarantee you that if you speak to 10 people, that at least one or two of those 10 people will sit there and say one of two things. Yep, or funny you should mention that, we've been thinking about it, right? Funny you should mention that, we've been talking about something that's been on the back of my mind, and I've been thinking about it, right? Opens the door to a sales conversation straight away. But if you follow up for the feedback, it opens that conversation. You just say, look, I'm not sure if it's for you. I just want to know. I want to let you know why we sent this out to people, why we did this, why we sent this to you, right? Now, if it's not relevant, I understand. But if there was something that were to be relevant, what would be more relevant to you, right? Because you want to get information in the conversation. And this is how, like, I'll give an example. Richard, one of our champions, he gets a 75% open rate on cold email. And he will, out of every 100 emails, they'll make 18 appointments. 18 appointments out of every 100 emails. 18 appointments. He sells SEO services. That's all he sells. Does SEO, nothing else, right? Average client, his poverty pack is $5,000 a month for SEO. That's his poverty pack, right? He goes up from there. He's got clients that are spending 10, 20,000, 30,000 a month on SEO. But his conversion rate, his open rate, 75%. His offer to, his conversion to appointment, about 18% out of 100 emails. Now, here's the classic thing. The reason why Richard's campaigns work so well is because of step number 5. He calls them and says, listen, I sent this out to you, but I'm not sure if it's right for you. Is this something that was right? If we were to send something, if we were to speak about things that would grab your attention, what would actually help you out here? And so he used to listen to those conversations, and then he started crafting his campaigns with the words of the people who he's sending the information to in his market. And that's why people would email him back and say things like, that's the best email I've ever read in my life. Or they'll say things like, I cannot believe I'm reading your email, right? It's like you're speaking to me in my mind, right? Know the cadence and the communication of your customer, give them that outcome, and they will come back to you, right? So I always like to have a follow-up if I'm sending out information into the marketplace, right? So this is all about you. Focus on getting one client. One thing I always say to people is like, yeah, we want 10, we want 20, we want 30 clients. My question to you is, what are you actively doing right now to help one client on board as quickly as possible? If you just had to focus and say, all we want to do is we're going to get one customer, we want to help one client. Because when we help one client, then we're going to help a next client and the next client. Before you know it, you're stringing 3, 4, 5 clients together. When we started our agency business 5 years ago, we had one physical therapy practice 5 years ago. Right now, we have 290 physical therapy practices. Some of our clients have booked us up for 3 years. They're signing up for 3 years worth of Facebook advertising in advance. And some of them are even paying that in advance. Average client is 12-month agreement. We don't do month to month. We don't do 90 days. We don't do anything like that. We don't even do trials. Every client signs up for 12 months. Every client, right? But the idea is we focus on the next customer, right? Even in our business, our salespeople only focus on bringing on their client, not the next 10, not the next 20, right? The next So the idea is, if I want to put a client on board tomorrow, or even if I've got time this afternoon, if I want to get a client today, what is the thing that I can do? And I've shown you 7 or 8 things you can do right now to literally open the door to helping somebody on board. You can make a direct offer and say, hey, you know what? I've got some time this afternoon. If you've been thinking about running ads, or if you've been thinking about doing SEO, can we just hop on the call for about half an hour today? And I can literally share some of the things that perhaps you need to be aware of, but more importantly, how you can drive a much better quality result. If you're interested, let's hop on the phone. There's another campaign you can run right there. That's for today, right? I can get somebody on the phone today to talk about taking interest in what we have to offer in the marketplace. The upselling offer, hey, we thought, we've been doing SEO for a long time, but one of the things we do know, if we want to speed up the traffic, we've got a structure and a strategy. We know we can engage clients and make you first choice in the marketplace by running a campaign. But before you run a campaign, we would love to invest $1,000 of our time in an optimization for your campaign. You can make that offer now, today, straight off this training, right? And the idea, again, we want to focus on getting one client. So the 4 fast
during the training.
During the training, even during the training, some people are messaging and putting those messages out. So friends, family first. I cannot tell you how many times when I've run campaigns, familiar list, friends, family, alumni, people, hey, I've got this idea, it's working really well. Or hey, we've been getting this amazing result for a client. I'd love to know what you think, or if you're interested, do you know of anybody else that needs this type of result? Or you might need this type of result. You'd be surprised that I will run out to the friends, family list every 90 days. I go back. Now, here's the thing. Half of you here have probably not let your friends, family, and associates and alumni know what it is that you actually do in business. So the more you educate the people who are close to you, the more they are able to refer customers to you. And when people refer to you, your conversion rate goes through the roof. You should be running a friends, family campaign often. And if you ever do anything new or add something new, or you've discovered something new in your present system, let the friends, family list know first, because this list is always bankable for customers. That's group number 1. Number 2, you want to contact your past clients, right? It's been a while. Things have changed. Technology has changed. Strategies have changed. Results have changed. We're in the tech-based world of marketing, and our activity and structure and strategy changes almost daily. 460 changes to the Facebook platform last year. 460 in Google, on the Google Ads platform. Over 430 changes on the Google Ads platform in the last 12 months. How the hell is any business going to keep up with that? They need to hire you and your expertise for yourself, right? They need to hire you for your expertise. You're the person at the coalface. You're the person who understands change, strategy, systems, right? So contact anyone who've made an offer to. This is my favorite deal. Now, here's why this is important, right? Anybody that you've made a pitch to in the last 12 months that didn't buy, you want to go back to and reintroduce yourself to them. And here's how you do this. I can tell you, so we've got a client in Champions. And they've got a business with a sales team. So this was the first strategy they did in the Champions. They closed in 2 days, in 48 hours. This is a ridiculous number, by the way. In 48 hours, one salesperson closed $5 million worth of sales off quotes that were 12 months old. One salesperson closed $5 million worth of sales of quotes that were 12 months old. Now, get this crazy thing. They just rebranded the campaign last week. He was on our call, and he said one of his guys closed a $3 million deal. $3 million deal of following up a past client that they proposed to that said no. They basically went back and said, hey, let's do a deal. And they went and said yes, right? So now that's at the extreme end. At the other end, here's why this is powerful. These people already know who you are. You already have a little bit of a relationship. You've done a little bit of discovery with them. They know what your strategy and what you're presenting to them. They know what your price point is. So they've got all the information. They've already had a relationship with you. And so these people are much easier to sell to, because sometimes, for whatever reason, at that time, timing, resources, money, could have been anything that they didn't go ahead with, or they just didn't believe that the strategy might have worked for them. But things change. So what I would encourage you to do is I would go back to them and say, hey, been looking at people we've been speaking to. We spoke about a strategy. Want to know if you applied anything, want to know if you implemented or took advantage of that, or are you still interested in looking at this as an option for your business, right? Are you still interested? Because things have changed. Let me share with you what's new or what's changed, or perhaps we can give you a better strategy or a different approach to get a better result. Because from the last time we spoke, we've improved our conversions, we've improved our capabilities, and we've got much better results, and we've got data. We'd love to share that with you, right? Are you interested? This is a game changer right here. People forget, people you've already spoken to, had a relationship with, where the money is. Right. Now, do a social media post to help offer, right? So remember I said, go and join a social media group that is business related in a city, as opposed to an internet marketing group that's never going to buy anything from you, but they're certainly going to say a lot of rubbish, right? And they're certainly going to give you a lot of poor advice. But what you want to do is you want to do a social media post to offer help. So what you want to say is, hey, I'm noticing, like, I'll give you the post. It's really simple. Hey, have you ever found yourself saying that the leads that you buy suck? Have you ever found yourself saying that that you're spending all this money on advertising promotion and it just isn't working for you? One of the things that we know is, or one of the things that we've discovered is, imagine if we can turn the sucking leads into actual buyers, right? I'd love to be able to talk to you about how you can take what you've already got and what you've already spent money on and turn a tire kicker into a buyer. If you want to connect and you want to, you're interested in the ideas, just let me know. Now you can put the caveat, say, look, I just want to help. I'm helping businesses to understand the importance of the leads that they generate and how they manage those leads. Because if we can get that piece working, where your follow-up or where your sales process accepts better quality leads, then you're going to make more sales, right? But right now we know leads suck, and if you need help, let me know. I'm more than happy to help. We look at this stuff all day long. We help a lot of people in the marketplace figure this kind of stuff out. More than happy. You can pick my brain if you like. Put that offer in social media right now, somewhere. Take a short version of that, right? Tanner's idea, hey, I know a lot of people struggle. Like right now, people struggle with Facebook, because the reason why they struggle with Facebook is, one, they're managing themselves. Two, they've got the wrong strategy. Three, it's totally unoptimized. So if you've got the wrong strategy and you're managing the process that you have you don't understand the mechanism of, you're burning money, right? Stop burning, like, imagine if you said on Facebook, stop burning money on Facebook. Fix the hole, right? Facebook will love that. But you can use a social media post as a strategy, right? Baldy Chawa did this strategy, collected $15,000, $360 in 28 days. Baldy has now got a $1.5 million agency, right? That was his starting point, day one. From day one to 28 days, $15,360, using the tactics that I've been sharing with you here. So I'm going to open up to questions. But one thing I asked Damian was to give you a bit of extra value. Now, you can't opt in to get this. This is not an opt-in. But if this is by the way, this is my personal email. So don't let this get out anywhere. This is not my business email. This is my personal email, right? So I know Damian's laughing. Yeah, very brave to give out my personal email. This is my personal email. If you want this workbook, if you want the accelerated workbook, I've actually got some of our campaigns that we've run very successfully. I've also got some scripting stuff that you can use. You can have this book. I'm happy to send this out to you. I don't have an opt-in page for you to go and grab this, but all you need to do is go to john@theunleashedroute.com, right? And just type the word accelerator or sales accelerator, and I'll make sure that one of my team members gets you a copy of this this playbook, right? So if you, by the way, please don't share this personal email with anybody. This is my personal inbox. I have another email, which is our business email. This is my personal inbox. I know this is crazy. Damian's laughing. He's like, dude, you're giving away your personal email address, right? But I'm just giving it to you guys. So john@theunleashedgroup.com. You can grab this. Just say Sales Accelerator. I'll make sure that you get a copy of the Sales Accelerator book in your email. So I want to answer your questions for those people who are interested. If you want me to help you with the campaign, let's help you with the campaign. Dave, you're actually going to send me the email, not here in the chat. not here in the chat, because I'll get our team to actually email that back to you. Not here in the chat. So any other questions? Any questions? If you'd like me to help you with a strategy or a campaign, what I'd like to do is bring you in on the call, and we can talk. Like, we can talk real time. Right now.
Cool. So while the questions are coming, John, I'd just like to get a little bit of padding around what Globotel do to help you with sales and marketing. You mentioned a couple of things earlier saying that we give away too much, but we don't give away money. So what we say is, if you're selling SEO and you want to run a campaign of SEO that says in your marketing, I'll give a free month away to get you started, or we'll take the cost of that first month to get started, we're happy to sponsor that for you. So you don't get a charge from us, but you're including part of your marketing campaign. So we have had troubles in the past there where people just felt entitled, and then there was bad blood because, you know, we didn't automatically give them 3 months. You know, we didn't automatically put that in there, but they weren't even using in their marketing. But yeah, so the idea is, well, it's basically for any of our recurring monthly services. It doesn't matter what level. If you want help with your marketing, we're happy to sponsor that first month. Audits really important sales tool. We'll do them unlimited for any service that we're doing audits for. If it's a thing that you want to mark up to help you with your marketing or great at value add, or to sell and to, you know, value add sell, we're happy to mark up within the bounds of the data obviously we're pulling out. If we need to subscribe to more different software to create your individual audits, obviously there'll be a cost associated with that. But, you know, it's all really, really focused on helping you market and sell better. They're not intended as free giveaways for you to get extra margin. They're just, make more sales. If you've got margin and focused on more sales, your business will take care of itself.
Anybody got any questions, I'd like to type in the chat. So Damian, thanks so much. Wish I could save the rest. Yeah. Anybody would, if you've got a question, or if you'd like me to craft a campaign for you, tell me what the market is, what the avatar is, like if it's plumbers or HVAC or whatever. Tell me the best result that you've ever gotten for somebody in the service you provide. Just type that quickly in the chat. I will craft an offer for you live, and you can send that offer out to the market. Because the best offer you can make is demonstrate a result. So if you've been able to get a great result for a client, what you want to do is highlight the result and say, hey, for example, I did that. You know, notice that the second or the third slide, I said, look, you know, this is what happens when you apply this stuff. And I just basically shared the results, right? When we get a result in our live trainings, when our champions share a live result in our trainings, we'll sit and say, okay, tell us how you got the result. And then we'll go out to the market and say, you know what, this is what they did to get the result. And all of a sudden that attracts a lot of attention as well. So that's another way to do that. So, wish I could say, have a client implemented CRM and automation for clients, save them a day, a week, and help them grow their business by 40%. Use that, Tim. That's a great opening offer. Say, hey, imagine if we can save a day for you and improve your business results by more than 40% in under a month. This is what we did. So Renato, food and beverage services, Facebook campaign, got the client 40 new leads in 30 days through a competition. So that's a really great thing. So restaurants need bums on seats. And right now, lots of restaurants need bums on seats, right? So one of the things you can do is imagine we can bring you people, imagine we can fill your quiet days with, fill your restaurant with quiet days. I'm just trying to think from a restaurant point of view. So let me craft this for you, Renato. Pick your worst day and let's turn it into your best day. Pick the worst revenue result day for your restaurant and let's turn that into your best day, right? So one of the fastest ways to attract attention in the market is let's expose your business, your brand, your restaurant into the community and fill up the quiet days with customers. If you're interested in knowing how to do that, let me know. Right, there's your message. It's pretty simple. David's just got 2 leads from the post. 2 leads from the post, and 2 leads, sorry, 2 leads from the post and 2 leads. So David Essingham, while we've been on this call, has gotten 2 leads from the post and 2 leads from his list already. 2 leads from the post, 2 leads from his list. Already. That's awesome, mate. Congratulations.
Another one from email.
3 leads. I got another one. 3 leads from the email. Awesome. 5 leads. So 5 leads in the space of the last 40 minutes of just posting that message on Facebook and sending out a quick email. David, mate, that's what I call taking action. Congratulations. That's really cool.
Now, who else wishes they put their post out already?
Facebook post 15 minutes ago, email 12. So 15 minutes ago, you had no email, no leads, and literally 15 minutes later, you got 5 opportunities. That's amazing. Congratulations. Well done. Well done. So, any other questions?
So Tanya had a result there, John. We have had it helped a legal team double their team continue with doing capacity using Google Ads.
Sorry, say that again. We've had a...
So Tanya's helped a legal team double their team and continually doing capacity using Google Ads.
Okay. So, subject line, quick question. Can we make you first choice for your legal services in your community? We want to make you first choice, right? And we've been successfully doubling a practice through a really simple strategy in the marketplace. Are you interested? Yeah. Right? Can we make you first choice for case in your community? Pardon?
That could be an exclusivity one too, couldn't it? We're only doing one in this suburb or region, and then
we're looking for a law firm to work with that we've been able to get this result for a law firm over here. We'd like to replicate that result in this community. Are you interested in looking at the idea of being the preeminent law firm to get these results? That's another way. That's another way to do the campaign.
Yeah. Charge premium for exclusivity too.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, absolutely. Anybody else want me to write or craft a campaign in real time? Craft a campaign in real time. Hey, look, I'm, I've been writing campaigns and creating offers for nearly 30 years. So if you want me to craft an offer for you right on the spot, just let me know who your market is, what's the best result you've gotten for that market, right? And then I'll craft a campaign for you right here. If you don't have an offer and you've got a market and you've got a service, tell me what you're selling and tell me who you're selling it to, and I'll give you an offer. So if you're here on this call, there's a whole bunch of people on this call, right? If you're on this call, if you would like me to craft a offer, just tell me who you're targeting and what you sell. So if you're doing Facebook ads for restaurants or Facebook ads for, manufacturers, or tell me what you do and who you do, and I'll craft a campaign live for you right now to send out that you can literally just jump on and put out there. Dave here's got 5 sales opportunities in 15 minutes in this presentation. You could be getting some sales opportunities. Obviously, nobody wants me to craft a campaign for them.
Dave, when you finish going through all your leads that you get from this, Dave, it'd be awesome if you just 360-degree circle back into Digital Marketing Dream Team and post us if you had a financial result from the session. That'd be really cool.
That'd be great. Yeah. So key things to remember here. You want to be making sure you're making an offer. Always offer with, if you can offer with a result, that works really well. If you've had a great result with a client, use the result for the client to offer that out into the marketplace. We've generated, we had a client. So for example, we had a physical therapy client convert 82% of their patients into a plan of care. So they were able to generate $80,000 worth of extra plan of care a month in 30 days. And so we sat there and we said, most people are converting at less than 40%. We've got a client that converts 82%, and this is how they did. If you'd like to know more about how you can apply their strategy to your practice, let us know. I think we got about 17 people come back to us on that campaign, and we closed 4 deals. Now, 4 deals to us was $240,000 off one email, just sharing that result. So the target is homeowners, client is the contractor, make your home more comfortable, to sell them spray foam. Oh, this is insulation. Spray foam is insulation. John, just say yes if spray foam is insulation. Okay, all right. So, so you're talking about, you want me to craft an offer for your client. I'm talking about after crafting an offer for you, not for your client, right? This is for you to get clients, not for you to sell more for your clients. Yeah. So courier company use Facebook ads to generate 500 leads in 4 weeks, 500% ROI. Mate, Donald, how many independent courier companies are there around in the marketplace, right? There are literally dozens of them. So I would lead with say, listen, right now we're looking for a courier company to take advantage of our system that's generated over 500 lead opportunities in less than 4 weeks. If you want dozens of phone calls every single day with people who are looking to hire you for your courier services, just reply with the best phone number. I'd love to show you exactly what we did for the other one. There's your email, Donald. So yeah, I'm waiting for you, John, to come back to me. Are you looking to get contractors who sell foam, or are you looking for a campaign for your client? If you're looking for a campaign for your client, I need more information. I'm talking about you, John. What are you looking for? What type of clients are you looking for? Anybody else? Thanks, Don. Appreciate that, mate. I know that if you ran that campaign, you would get a response. And even if you followed it up and say, look, I'm not sure if it's for you, but we're just touching base and introducing ourselves to courier companies like yourself. We did this for a client of ours. I'm not sure if that might be useful to you. It's worthwhile having a chat. I'll guarantee you they'll all listen to you, Donald. So you're looking for contractors. Are you looking for contractors who do insulation? So insulation and home is going to be anywhere from $800 to $2,000. Okay, thanks, John. Okay, so here's the campaign. There's a lot of competition for home insulation in the marketplace. So what I would do is their thing. So the number one thing that everyone wants, the ideal is to be first choice, right? So my offer to the contractors who sell insulation would be a quick question. Damian, I want to help make your business the first choice in insulation in your community or in your area. And I want to do that by doing three things. One, getting your message directly out to a prospective buyer. Number two, branding your business as a recognized business in the community as a premium provider. And number three, making sure that you're engaging people who are only interested in getting a quote for your service. Are you interested in looking at the ideas that we have that we know that can drive those three opportunities to your business? If you want to know more, just reply yes with a phone number. Or just reply with the best phone number I can contact you on. That's one of the best call to actions you can put there. Just reply with your best phone number that I can contact you on. All right? So if you want to be first choice, branded in the market as a premium provider, and basically only invite people who are interested in getting a quote from you directly, send me the best phone number I can contact you on. I'll show you exactly how that system works. Tim, I have a credit card merchant service company targeting large e-com stores. Okay. So are you looking for an offer for the client, or are you looking to get more credit card merchant service companies? If you're looking for an offer for the client, that's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to write a campaign for your customer. I'm here to write a campaign for you, Tim. So how many independent credit card merchant service companies are there in America right now? So if you've got a list of those, then I can craft a campaign to go out to those.
So, John, Tanya's had a question here too, which I might deal with. What about web design small business? Because the result is just a brochure website. So if they just want a website. What I'd say to that is you don't have enough information from the small business. Just having a website for the sake of the website doesn't make sense. So what I'd do is try to ask more and more deep questions. Why on a website? If it's just a brochure, why do you want it? Because it's like, $3,000, $4,000 for no result, which could then lead into, well, rather than a website, how about we make it some business and spend that $4,000 on Facebook ads building your database kind of thing. It's having a website for no purpose doesn't make sense. And I think that's like a real conversation to have to actually get to the root need of what they're looking for, the root what they're looking for. They'd be better to spend that money joining BNI than having a website with no purpose.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, landing page, direct traffic makes sales. Website, no traffic, no sales. You know, website that nobody can ever find, no sales, right? Yeah. But you know, drive traffic to a landing page for a specific purpose and a buying action, you're going to make sales. You're going to get sales immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let's do Facebook ads for 3 months or 5 months, 6 months to start with, get you some business, and then we'll build a website that's actually going to get you more business.
Yeah, that's the way I'd approach it. So going back to Tim Frechette, credit card companies. So most credit card companies do a lot of direct sales, or credit card providers do a lot of direct sales. So they tend to be phone bangers. They buy their lead list. So I'm not sure. You know what I would do, Tim? Do a Google search for merchant providers and look at the ones who are advertising. And check out that's the first thing I would do, is check out the offers that they're making. So do a Google search for credit card providers, right? Merchant providers. Look at some of the offers that they're making in the marketplace. That's going to give you a bit of an idea of what types of clients they're trying to attract, right? But if you're going to do campaigns for them, one thing that I would do, I would contact the ones that are advertising, and I would offer them a remarketing campaign. Right, because most of them will burn their leads. What they're trying to do is they're trying to generate phone inquiries. So my question to you, Tim, is: do you have a strategy that they will maximise their phone inquiries? Because that's how most of them work. Is they get a lot of inbound phone calls, or they're driving traffic to their website because they're an online portal. So that's what I would do in that particular case. Any other questions? Thanks, Simon. Really appreciate you saying that. We've got a whole bunch of people still hanging out here, and I really do appreciate that. Have you got any questions, Damian? All right, Damian looks like he's frozen. Have you got any questions, Damian? I think you've got black there. I've just unmuted your microphone.
Cool. Can you hear me?
Yeah, gotcha.
Yes. Sorry, I went to the share space and I left my cord from the laptop at home, but I'm on my phone now. I'm back in, so I just ran out of battery.
That's all right.
No, I think it's been a brilliant session. I've got no questions myself, but I think it's been a brilliant session. I really thank you for your time, John.
Thanks, mate. Tim Frechette says he just started using Globotel. Unbelievable service so far. So that's a bit of feedback for you, Globotel.
Great, thanks, Tim. Thanks for joining us.
All right, everybody. Look, thank you. We are going to post. I know, Damien, you're going to post this video in the group. I know you're probably going to post this so people can actually get the replay of this. But yeah, sure. I'd love to get some feedback on those people who've been trying some of these campaigns. That'd be great. Dave, I'd love to get your feedback, circling back on what the results were from following up those 5 leads. But with that, I want to thank you for spending some time with me here. And those who are going to watch this recording, you know, make sure that you are setting out offers consistently. But more importantly, just focus on getting your next customer. If you pay attention to just getting the next client on board and play that game and play that cadence, you will be hitting 7 figures before you know it. And in our game, 7 figures really is only about between 27 and 35 clients. 27 and 35 clients is $1 million business in our game with an average sale of $3,000. If you do it more, then it's less clients. But that's roughly a little 2 clients a month. And what you should be aiming for is 1 client every 10 days. If you bring a client on every 10 days, you're going to see a steady growth in your business. So thanks again. Like I said, if you want to get the Sales Accelerator workbook, send an email to john@theunleashedgroup.com. That's my private personal email. Please do not share that with anybody. So I'll make sure that you get a copy of the workbook. I know Damien's laughing. I know what I'm doing here, Damien. I've let people know what my personal email is, so my personal inbox is going to go crazy. But anyway, Thank you. Thanks, Damian, for having me on. Really appreciate that. Like I said, I'm a big fan and big supporter of Global Toll Services. I think you do an amazing job, huge value, and I know that people should be leveraging their back end and their business with the service you provide. So, Damian, thanks for doing that. Appreciate it.
Great. Thanks, John.
I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks, everybody.
All right. See you, everyone.